we are accustomed. There's chet und einish. A person is doing a chet, he gets a einish, and he's purified. What's Geulah? What's Golus? Mipnei chateinu golinu maratzenu. V'nesarchakem al naseinu v'inachenu. V'geton achet. So meil dei b'shter they're in of Golus, and Golus to the Tai Chi's. So with them, Golus is not only a inyan of einish, Golus is a inyan of v'sichuch. So we are now in Golus Kamat 2,000 years. And what is the inyan of Golus? This alta inyan was the vet nisdach, vet nisale. We don't see it. We don't see the vet nisdach. We zet yeride, yeride, sai begashme, sai beruchnis. Yiris and Shamalamata. What is the kavanah? Yiris and Shamalamata gave to Chishenis and Schwerigkeit and Lambs Vastedis and Gufen of Shabamis and in Golus Nalsting. That what? So Beistein the Nishenis and she gets char. So what do we know? All Yeridis, Sof Kosov, is what the Yerida is, that later there should be Aliyah. That is the inyan of Golus. That's the inyan of ancient Bechlal. That's the inyan of Yeridis and Shamalamata. Then you saw even higher. Not only the Yerida, that later, after the Golus, we come to inyan of Geulah, but Yerida is Seirech Aliyah. The Aliyah should be higher even than the Yerida. So there's many various ways how we explain the whole inyan of Golus and Geulah and the whole inyan of Chatoim V'Einshim, that it's Sayirida, Sof Kosof, you come out of it, or you come even higher than before. Here we have a new mahalach in the whole thing. What is this new mahalach? He's stellt after at the end of today's parsha that Moshe Rabbeinu asked the Eibishter, Loma re'esa loma zeh v'loma zeh shlachtoni. U'ma'oz basi l'parel l'dabre b'shmecha heira loma zeh v'hatzel le'il tzaltes amecha. Omer le'akodesh, the Eibishter said, At the Sire, you'll see now. It's Ashesh Mitzrayim. Yot Chazoki Yigarshim, Yot Chazoki Yigarshim Yartzei. And then it starts the next parsha. V'yidaber al Hashem al Moshe, v'eir al Avram, v'al Yitzchok, v'al Yankiv, v'shmi avay aleini daitel lehem. Now, he's going to be Megal Hashem Avaya. So it goes like this. There's two shilas here. And what is the two shilas? He's asking, Loma reisa loma zeh loma zeh shlachtoni. Umoz basi l'parel l'dabre b'shmecha heira loma zeh. And the Eibishter also answers two tshuvas. What is this two shilas? What is this two tshuvas? Says it's a medrash. There's a medrash that says, Pasuk v'yidaber l'kim shu midas arachim din. Then it says ani avaya shu midas arachim. So it says in medrash of Zayid. Moshe said for the Eibishter, Natalti sefer Bereishis v'nistakalti bei umidas adin hoiso. Ein yisurim b'lei oven. All the ancient sefer Bereishis from Odom Rishon, the Ramabel, Kayin, the Rafloges, them, we all, everywhere it says the Chet and the Einish. Golus Mitzrayim, which begins in Treis Parsha, we find the Einish, we don't find the Chet. Where was Gzeiris HaGolus says? Babris ben Absorim. What was Babris ben Absorim? What's Tacha Krisis Bris? That was the Geulah Ava from the Eibishter zu Yidden. Eitzem Ava Vayedidis, that's in Krisis Bris. And then it was Nigzer Golus. So Golus wasn't Mitzad Chet V'Oven. So the Eibishter told him, Moshe, you think that's Midas Adin? No, it's not Midas Adin, it's Rachmim. And that is what Eibishter said, Vayidaber Elikim El Moshe, but Moshe was Vayidaber Elikim, started Midas Adin, V'yimin Elefani Avaya, it's Midas Arachmim. And this is where the Medrash is coming to answer the Shailes. What is the double question of Moshe? Loma reisa loma zeh loma zeh shlachtoni, u'ma'oz basi l'daber b'shmecha heira loma zeh. And what is this two tshuvas? First of all, the Shaile, Loma reisa, that too. that you need Geulah. There doesn't say a chet for it. That's what he says, Natal to Sefer Bereshis. Then he asked another shaila. Ma'oz Basi, how come in Sof of the Geulas, B'shas is verchenus Eirig the Geulah? What happens? The Geulas becomes a lot harder. Alash sach shverer begashmis uberuchnis. Tevene nitlehem uberuchnis. There wasn't a whole arichas agolus as man agolus hester elkus. So azayis gaberus and chutzpi yiseide. Meisha came to Mimgala the Eibishter. I'm so sagen zu sheker. Ayishu b'divrei sheker. In other words, he wanted to be machrish mitzias elkus legamre. Was that she said nirpim atem nirpin batlonim. The tiniest kol apikursim, they say, in order, oh, you don't want to go work. Will potter werden für il malchus, nil der cheretz, malchus shemayim. In the go arichas man agolus, pare rish not gesagt, achere di elkim, sido es shem elikim. Avdem the Eibishter all told them, now, shenasa hester elikus betekif, the lowest level of gilui elikus, as him is makish legam the Eibishter. Now you're going to see Geulah Lukus that ein l'mayim menu. Till all the klippas are going to be in his battle, and all are going to be nichna for the Eibishter. Then he said that it's not the goal. It's not midas adin. It's midas rachman. So this mimer, to learn this mimer, you need okay. In other words, Moshe thought that Golus, was is Golus? Golus kutafachet. The Seder of Golus Afachet, which is a midas adin, neistos. How is the Seder? When someone gets a punishment, someone is put in the jail. So how does it go? In the beginning, the punishment is very harsh. Sizei chomor. After he's a while in jail, it gets easier and easier and easier. If something is a einish and a chet, so in the beginning it's schwerer, and danach wird es geringer und geringer. Just like going to jail and einish chet. Here at Moshe Getainet, if it's einish and chet, so b'dachal the seder is, es wird geringer. Bei Golos Mitzrayim, you saw just verkehrt. Wo you saw it's verkehrt, unverkehrt. Was weiter, first bis Miriam geboren worden, it wasn't so bad. Then it started the Peivav Shonim, let's pay Shonim, was given by Yimorus Chayim. And then, Shasin is saying, given the Geulah. And he said, the Rebbe said, pokarity, is given Shasach Shverer der Yina Golus, Tevan Nitten Lehem. The Rebbe cried in this Fabringen, Tavshimem Gimel. Was for a Seder and Hoga, Martel and Mashmei Moimer Aleim. Was for a Seder and Hoga. You can imagine how the Rebbe was crying then. Idische Kinder werden das in Wand und sagt, was für a Seder and Hoga das? So was weiter ist geworden Ärger und Ärger. Naro in der Gashmis und Ruchnis. Kreichisch geworden Eibishter. In Gant, so this is what the Eibishter told him. So you make no mistake this whole thing. It's not an union of einish achatoim. It's verkehrt. Es ist ein Union von Midas Rachman. Und der Seder of Midas Rachman is, ab was weiter, it becomes harder and harder and harder. Why? As we'll soon see. So Nukudas Dover is as I say, I'm not doing justice to this union. Das darf man sich setzen und lernen. War a Zimsho al-derech al-Mishkal von der Shnas HaShivim. Azim Shah durchlernen in Weimer, mit aller Bezraya Shebazeh, Bezraya, Kashaych is them, the Kurus Tov is Azay. It's a famous, the Moshel, is the Chazan, the Moshel in Chazan, darf nehmen zwei Shah. Moshel for Rabbi Talmud. The Rebbe brings it, the Kurus is Chilke Beis, the whole Tamtzes of this Weimer, the Rebbe says in 2-3 pages. What is the mashal? Shas Aravi mashpia seichel tzat Talmud. As a ganze Riches in Kabbalah, there's the ganze Binyan from the Meravo, was das buiter in Talmud. It's the Gimel Meich in Chabad, it's the Zayimidis, and that's how he builds up the whole Talmud. Now, when the Rav, I'm not going to say all these things, it's Sayin Kabbalah and Sayin Chassidus. Shas the Rav is mashpia the seichel tzat Talmud. Und was heißt, und der Talmud ist in ganzen Bottel zu einem Rav und steht mit der Tschuke, mit der Chol. Der biggest Talmud ist, beschaß ist in ganzen Chol Reik. Und Meile will jemalt Wörter aufgebaut, sein ganze Zier käme, 3 Mechen, sein Middes, und ganze Metzies ist built up from the Ashpos Rav. And then when the Rav is mashpiyim Masechel, and the Talmud is so bottled to him, is so ibrigim to him, all of a sudden, by Rav, wird Nizgale, a nayen Eimek HaSeichel, what he didn't think about before. What happens? In the beginning, he's still talking, he's still explaining this Eimek HaSeichel, and the Seichel, what he wants to explain, but as it's more Nizgale to him, this new idea, he has to stop. He doesn't want to lose this Nayeb Gili Chodesh from the Seichel, he doesn't want to lose it. So Mele, the Ashpa to the Talmud is getting less and less. And by the Talmud, what's happening? He sees the Tzoav Uponav of the Rav, there's something new coming here, but by him it's Vet Golus. Till he stops talking B'chlal. Because what's matter is Vet Nizgala, the Eimek Chodesh, Baun Rav, and he wants to get it and give it over to the Talmud. So Baun Talmud, he loses his connection to the Talmud. Trockt sich ab von dem Seichel, what he said now. Und beim Talmud wird den ganzen Golus. So what's in the Kudas Davar? It's like here, it's about 5 pages, and to learn it, you can learn it for about a month. Protim in the Eimek HaMoshel. The Rabbi says it only in the Vistachon paragraph. What is it saying here like this? The Sibbe of the Helem, of the Golus, them that is Nizgala. Now, it's time to be Nizgala. Eimek Chodesh Mechen Chadoshim, which is Lamaila Legamre. So that causes the inyan for Nistalkus of the previous Mechen. And what more is that coming closer to this Galus of the Mechen Chadoshim, so the previous Seichel, the previous Mechen, becomes installed more and more and more till it's vetting ganzen. That's the Riches the Moshiach says to say. It started, it's a bigger Riches, how it started, Chris Avraham Avinu, was Megalosh Mavaye, till it came close to Matan Torah. What does this mean? In other words, still, since it started, was Nanter, we went coming closer to Matan Torah, it's vet Megalosh Mavaye, which is Lagad Mahechef from Welt, Verta Gresser Golos. So the Sibba of the Golus, the Sibba of the Helem, is mitzad them was the Geulah is coming, and that is causing that it should be Golus. That is causing it should be Helem. And this is what the Rebbe told Moshe Rabbeinu. You think it's Midas Adin, and Midas Adin at Shem Elikim says, no, it's Midas Anachmim. And Mele, what closer we're coming, says, what's more, becoming Begilui, this Mechen Chadoshim, so it's a Helem and Gashmis, Helem Ruchnis, since Rabbi Kursim Beilum. That shows as a Halchim by Matan Torah, Halchim in his Galavan. Just like it was by Golus Mitzrayim. Goes on, Ariches, this house, from Geulah, Teres Al Sham Tiv. Since Gala geworden, Tzchot, Nis Gala werden the Geulah from Moshiach, so Nisabah Kursim Beilum. I don't know if we find it somewhere else. This is I think the only place that he says it. Stamme das Kohle, Apikurses, mit Ongim reden, an ganz Chassidus, das sogar Apikurses, and das Kohle with the movement and everything. For was sie das, weil sie sind gehebt an Isgale, wenn es schon die größte Giluim. So, therefore, wird Nisrabe, was ist wird Nisrabe? Wird in Gilui, wird es erhestet, and sof kosop, beschaß wird Nisgale, der erste Gilui, werden es eichen ins Battle. In other words, it goes like this. So, again, ich rede. His sprach, the Istalkus, the Gilui, the Sibisa Istalkus, in other words, Punkt der Hepech, how we looking at Einesh and Golus. Since it started being Nizgala Gili HaMashiach, so that's Golus. So Bapashtus, what the Rebbe brings always, Agosos Porosepam Rishena, so the Arvi tells him, stop working. Your Beis HaMikdash is destroyed. Gosa Porosepam Shnia, work again. Neil the Machine She Yisrael. So the way he touches up, it's not pshat, one comes one after the other. What brings the Churban since the Gili of Moshiach? That is what brings in Giluyim the Churban. And what more Moshiach is closer? And Vosa Hechere Gilui, that brings more the Helem in Gashmis and the Helem in Ruchnis and Achmon Litzlan the Gor Schwierigkeiten, because it's closer to Mashiach, not only close to Mashiach. So in other words, it's not only close to Mashiach, because the Mashiach had to be in his Gala. So the Rebbe says in the Moshul, the Rebbe says in England, the whole union of Churma Beis Hamikdash, how you let a Churma, you're not allowed the Magid Verb will anchor in front of Yisrael. Tarnish dated sign Ephraim and Amizbeach. You're not allowed to midnight, it's not allowed to destroy anything from the Beis Hamikdash. When are you allowed to? When you say sir, I'm not snivnes, so stira is not to stira, it's binyan. The Rebbe wanted to bring Mashiach, or in the Sprach there, the Rebbe needed to build the Beis Hamikdash Shlishi. So he had to build the Beis Hamikdash Rishon and destroy it. Bring the Beis Hamikdash Sheni and destroy it, in order that the chelik, how the Beis Hamikdash Shlishi could be built. That's l'gabe the Beis Hamikdash. That's l'gabe alle Giluyim and alle alamas v'steirim, is because they already started the inyanim, the Gili of Mashiach and the Gili of Geulah. So what does it come in Giluyim? It comes a Helem. Or in the Sprach was the Rebbe bringt allemal, that Boshas nichnasu leichel, or they see, oh, you kruv murim zebazeh. I beveis doch b'shas eisen etzeni shamokim, so that the kruv are facing each other. B'shas and not eisen etzeni shamokim is pneim, not playing mishalechov, which, by the way, you know the famous shaila, what kind of kruvim? How is a kruv in the Bayis Sheni? So it's a ganze Shakavitaria. There's the Ziur of them and the Heichel and the wall of the Kiddush HaKadoshim. Achapanim, what's the Nekud Heistus? So the Rebbe brings it that Chayev Odem Lifket is Ishtei Kedem Sheisel Aderech. In other words, the biggest gilui and the biggest chiba of Am Yisrael was Beis HaChurban Ay Begashmis. How much shmodes, how much gzeiris, how much mishis, the Ziur in Gemara in Zokin, was Achmon Litzlan, how many millions of people were killed and in captivity and everything. Was it given the Be'emes dois bisas Gal given the Emes Ava von Eibishten, which is this Sibbe, which is going to be the Geulah. Why was what is the churma of Luchas Sheinis? Because the harabin is gal tifer inyan in Teire. So that is how it came out. So akaponim. So ich sag there, I'm not even on the tip of the iceberg. So is a filonish kentime, but what's the nekudeistas? This is a new mahalach that not pshat is a yeride tzeire chaliyah. The sibba of the yeride is mitzadem was vet nizgal gor hecher in yonim. Therefore, es ist schon gekommen die Zeit, so nizgal werden atzmos ein sof. Die Meichen der Atike, im Meili geworden in der niedrigsten Madrege, geworden a Helem und a Golus. And Bemes, ich weiß, es ist gar geis Ariches, but Nekudas Olever heißt das. So we see also now. Mahalche Magula, a ganze Shoah. Bemes, ich meine, nur Aleph was Zagiton Yamelt, the three Verbringens haben der Rebbe voneinander gearbeitet, er sei Asor Betevis, and sei Pashas Veichi, and sei Pashas Shmeis. So someone comes to say, Archamon Litzlan, there's going to be another Chulu B'Chulu, because what happened here, then it was 70, 50 years ago, what happened here? Because of the Avedas of Klal Yisrael, the Rebbe should do this, and how the Rebbe was screaming, and it's very seldom, and for those years, when Azek built this Sichel, and the Rebbe geschrien, wie das am allein kann sich nicht vorstellen. And it's not etwas, nicht the Tai Chi's, al derech the Bechal, the Moshel, and everyone was asking then, the Rebbe didn't speak about too much. The Rebbe said, sign letters there is, sign sichas there was. The Moshe was someone coming into operating room, A kid, he doesn't know what he does. And he sees there's that people with white clothes. Und man schneit ein Mensch. Und was ist der Pshat? So you don't know what it is. So Bapashtus hat man gelernt Pshat heißt das, Kielu, you're cutting him to save his life. So you're cutting this, you're making an operation to save his life. That is how it mit Ogetaich in Yenet. And those siches say letter, the attack the Rebbe, and here, da ist nicht, der Teich is no saving. Sa Sach, was mir verstehen nicht. Sa Sach, was nicht begehrt. But what is the Pnimis Inyan, the way it's according to this my maesters? It's coming the time of the Geulah. It's coming the time of the Hechste Giluim of Moshiach. That's what it came the time. Vert azam isot helem sayin gashmis, sayin ruchnis, sayin lamas vesteirim, sayin snagdus avteres Chassidus, sayin snagdus avdera shvi. Because Moshiach, the eir from Moshiach, ot shenazei halchem banis galaven. So in Giluim, vertes auf der Weh Helm bei dem Talmid, als beim Rave, vertes Gala, de Meichen Chadoshim, Mele vertes Helm beim Talmid. We could say al Mishkel Zeh, what's happening the last couple of years. From in our Tkufe, jeder Weile, October 7th. Azah Tfiche. Azah Helm. Der erste nach Chaneke, Australien. Was verstehen wir? Als Mann von Eir, which is, als Mann von der erste Lichtel, was ist Keil alle Lichtlach. Is Azah in am Eire, nicht tam in des Mann, in am Eire, was man tut auf mehr sein Eir. So sein Azah Helm. So, I mean, it's not for us to explain, but mizet, the ganze Indien da ist gewesen, nicht nur uns Indien, soll nisgale werden. 10.000 Iden sollen nisgale werden zur Jüdischkeit. 10.000 Iden soll bei sich nisgale werden, der Nitzu Zayadus und der Kudus von der Munde. 10.000 Iden sollen nisgale werden zu Tomp Ulis von Mitzvahs und bekeits bei sich. So, Komponim, das lernt man echt ab. Bei jedem einen, there's hardships. And you don't understand. See, bei keinem nicht sein kann hardships. All sein, beteva nirvanigler. Hardships, bei Bochum ist es Schwierigkeiten lernen. Schwierigkeiten Nisienis, in Yerushalayim, in Chassidishkeiten lernen. This is all because der Rebischter will geben, a nayen Gili, a nayen Chassid, a nayen Yerushalayim, a nayen Lam, so Mele vert begoli, vert l'cheira, Lamas Vesteinim, looks like Vesteinim, but in the Kudev, the Pnimis is, a do vert nisgale, das ist, kommt schon das Mann, von nisgales von Moshiach, und es kommt nisgales von Reben, and das ist schon die Zeit of them, der Rebbe sagt, der Tevis, eichet hat, Chedisch, was verbunden mit Geulah, Vater, geht sich farch auf der Altevis, oder in Sprach von Schleichem Jem, Fari und Schwat, soll man sehen, Akoponim soll man sehen, wie alle Lamas Vesteirim werden Bottel, sei begashmi, sei beruchnis, und man sieht, wie der Gili Eirish und Moshiach, der Gili Eirish von Reben wird nisgale in der ganzen Welt, und bei jedem einen Bachai war Protim, in Gashmis und Beruchnis, und sehen nisgales von Reben. Thank you for me, Ad Mamish. Ja, die nehmen wir noch Moshiach und Boy. Ja, die nehmen wir noch Moshiach.